Hi guys, Steve here in Palm Springs, and it's getting to be that time of year again. We're almost to the end of 2024, and I started thinking about all of the ups and the downs, the highs and the lows of this past year. There have been quite a few. Now for me, I've filmed them all. I pretty much have filmed everything that I've done this year, which is pretty unusual, I think, for most people. So I've captured every meaningful, memorable moment on video. But rather than do a compilation of all of the highs and the lows, I thought I would just share with you the most meaningful or the most memorable moment in my life this year and throw that question out to you as well. Of all the things that happened to you this year, the highs and the lows, for you, what was the most memorable, the most meaningful? Now here in the US, this was a game-changing political year like no other in the past almost 250 years. So I'm sure that was probably a very memorable moment for a lot of you. But for me, I just wanted to focus on the more personal moments that transpired this year. So the first thing that happened that I thought would probably be the most memorable moment of the year for me was getting cataract surgery in my left eye. Now, a lot of people might think that that's no big deal. It's pretty routine these days, but still it's surgery on your eye. And it doesn't always go well for everyone. Some people do actually lose their eyesight after cataract surgery, so it's not without its risks. So for me, that was huge. I'd been putting it off for a couple of years until I couldn't wait any longer. So that happened, and I thought that would probably be the highlight of the year as far as the most memorable. And then a few months later, in early summer, I got COVID for the first time, and I nearly died. It was very, very serious. I was in bed, I think, for almost a month. I could hardly walk. I could hardly get out of bed. It took me a long time to recuperate, and I wasn't sure there for a while if I was even going to live through it. It was very, very bad. And I had been vaccinated. I had had every single vaccination and booster since the vaccines first came out. So without the vaccinations, I'm assuming I wouldn't have survived. I think I probably would have died. It was really, really bad. So I thought that was going to be the highlight as far as the most memorable moment of my year. But I was wrong. A month later, I almost had a heart attack. Fortunately, I went to the hospital before I did have a heart attack, but they did find major artery blockage. And I ended up staying in the hospital for nearly a week while they put 3 stents in my heart arteries. So that definitely turned out to be the big moment of my year. Actually, of my life. I've never had any surgery. And so to have such a major surgery, and again, I almost died on the operating table or procedure table from that as well. There were some complications and it didn't really go well for a while. I was in surgery for, now I can't remember, did they say 4 hours? It was a long time. And then I was in the ICU for a couple of days after that. But finally, after about a week, I got out, and things are fine now, and I'm doing great again, and I feel almost good as new. But as far as a memorable year, I would say this was probably the most memorable year of my life, and this was probably the most memorable incident in my life. I mean, lots of things have happened over the years, deaths and things that are memorable, but almost dying and having this major heart procedure at the age of 70 was definitely something I'll never forget. So how about all of you? If you feel like it, please share your biggest moment of the year, the most important, the most memorable. I'm hoping it was something positive, hoping it was something good, or if it was something negative like my near heart attack, hopefully at least it resolved itself in a positive way like mine has. At least so far. It's been 3 months now since I got out of the hospital. And so far, so good. Fingers crossed. So as we wind down the year, feel free to share your memories of the year in the comments section. I would love to read them. And I know a lot of you also read comments from other subscribers and viewers. And I'm sure that would be of interest to a lot of you. So thanks in advance to all of you who want to take the time to do that. I hope you all have a very happy New Year's Eve and be safe. And hopefully we'll all be here again on January 1st to start all over again and see if we can come up with some more memorable and meaningful moments in 2025. As always, thanks for sharing the memories, everybody, and see you next year.